Hello students, today I am going to explain you experiment number 1. The title of the experiment is Program on Simultaneous Equations. This experiment is part of the numerical and statistical methods subject. So before we proceed for conducting this experiment, first I would like to explain you the course outcome for this experiment. As this experiment is based on the Gauss-Seidel method, okay, and this Gauss-Seidel method is a part of the unit number 1. The title of the unit number 1 is Roots of Equations and Simultaneous Equations. The course outcome for this experiment is solve system of equations using direct and iterative numerical methods. That means after going through this method theoretically and by solving this method with the help of Python programming, you will be able to solve the system of equations using direct and iterative numerical methods. So now I will turn on to the program. So this is the program which is written in the Python language. So the first line, on the first line, the function name of the function is f1, which is defined, which is receiving two arguments y and z. You can call this y and z as input to this function f1. So when you are giving input to this function in terms of y and z, it will return the value by calculating with this formula 95 minus 11 multiplied by y plus 4 multiplied by minus z divided by 83. So with reference to this formula, the value will be written whenever you will call this function f1 in your program. Similarly, the function f2 is defined with two arguments or two inputs x and z. So it will return the value 104 minus 7x minus 13z divided by 52. In the same fashion, the third function with the name f3 is defined, which is again taking two inputs x and y, and it will return the value 71 minus 3x minus 8y divided by 29. Now x0, y0 and z0 are the variables which are defined here, and initial value of 0 is assigned to them. Another variable n is defined, but we are entering the input for this variable n. So, and the input that we are entering is a whole number. That is why we have taken here as int. So all these def, int, these are the part of the syntax for this Python programming language. So you are integer inside the bracket input, inside the single quotes enter number of iterations. So once you will run this program, on the output screen you will see this message, enter the number of iterations. There you will have to enter the value for the n. Okay. Say for example, if you enter the value for the n as 5, then after that the next sentence is written as for I in range n. That means I is varying from 1 to n. Okay. So whatever number of steps you have written under this for loop, those statements will be executed for 5 times, because we have entered the value for n as 5. So under this for we have entered, we have written 6 lines. We have written these 6 lines will be executed for 5 times. So first x1 is calculated, which is equal to, here we are calling the function f1 with the input as y0 and z0. Value of the y0 and z0 is 0, 0. So this 0, 0 will be given to this function. This function here, it will be assigned to y and z, and after that after calculating this value will be written, and this written value will be assigned to x1. Same way y1 is equal to, here we are calling the function f2. Here x1 and z0 we are sending as input to this f2 function. There the calculations will be done on the basis of this function, on the basis of this formula, and a value will be written which will be assigned to y1. In the same way, z1 will be calculated by calling the function f3, and after that we are resetting the value of y0 and z0 as y1 and z1 respectively. And at the end of the first iteration, one line will be displayed. So #n/n indicates that the output will be displayed on the new line. Okay. So x1 is equal to %f. Okay. So %f, y1 is equal to %f, and z1 is equal to %f. Again, /n is \n means again one blank line will be displayed on the output screen, and for this %f, this x1, y1, z1, value of the x1, y1, z1 will be displayed on the output screen. So this is the output of the program. So this print statement is executed for 5 times. So on the 5 times, x1, y1, z1 values will be displayed on the output screen. But before the output, you will have to enter the input as number of iterations. Here you will enter the value of 5. You can enter 4, 7, 8, whatever number of iterations you want, you can enter that value. So now we will perform this experiment on the IDLE platform of the Python programming. So here in Windows 10, I will enter here IDLE, IDLE, IDLE Python. This is 3.6 version is there, version of this IDLE platform. So I will open this. So you can see the screen here, a prompt is displayed. So the first step is to save, to create a new file. So I will click on this file, new file. Okay, a new file will be generated. Name of the file is untitled. So what I will do, I will click on file, then save. Say for example on the desktop, I will save, give the name of the file as NSM practical1. So with this name I will save this file on the desktop. So while conducting this experiment, you are supposed to type these lines one by one on the editor which is provided. So here while conducting the experiment in the lab, you are supposed to type all these lines one by one, so that you will get familiar with the syntax of the Python programming. So with reference to the copy paste, here I will have to do certain modifications in this program. So as per the syntax of the program for the for defining the function f1, here this return statement should be one tab ahead of the first line. So here it should be one tab ahead. Again, this second return statement should be one tab ahead. Again, this return statement one tab ahead. So these lines will be as it is. Now our 6 statements are there in the for loop. For loop is starting from here. So the first line you will have to press tab button. For the second line also tab button. For third line tab button. Fourth line tab, and for all the statements which you want to include for the for loop, a tab button must be pressed. Say for example, if you want to end the loop, then in that case your statement will appear over here. Here from here you can enter the line. So that line will indicate, starting of that line will indicate that the for loop is over. Now I have made the changes in the program. So with reference to that, I will save the file. I have saved the file. Now I will click on run module. Either you can press the F5 key or you can click on the run module. So now here you can see the enter the number of iterations. So here I will enter the value 5. So 5 number of times the value of x1, y1, z1 are displayed on the screen. You can compare this output with the output which is provided in the manual. So in the manual also we have provided the output of the program. Enter the number of iterations. We have entered the value 5. and 5 times this the lines which are included in the for loop are repeated. I hope that you have understood this experiment. Thank you.